right, so looking at our first example here with those perfect square equations. We just looked at our first example, x squared is equal to 36, and we got x equals 6 and x equals negative 6. Remember, there's two solutions. So what about this example 1 here? X squared is equal to 121. Well, if I go back to my list, 121 is 11, or the square root of 121 is 11. So when I square root both sides, I know I get the answer of x equals 11. But remember, that's not the only number times itself that gets me 121. You got to remember that negative solution. And x equals negative 11. Don't forget that negative solution. Okay, so now let's consider this. Consider this. Is x squared equals to negative 121 the same thing as our first example there? So now in the first example, that was telling us that what number times itself could give us a positive 121. The difference here is that we have this little negative 121. Is there any number that I could multiply by itself and get negative 121? Well, I know I could do 11 times negative 11, but that wouldn't be the same number squared, right? That's not 11 squared or negative 11 squared, so neither of those are going to work. So really here, this is not the same thing, and this is not an equation that has really any real solutions. So we need to write about that. Is this the same thing? No. Let's bold that. No. This equation has what we call no real solutions. Because if I take a number and square it and multiply it by itself, whether that number is a positive times a positive or a negative times a negative, it's always going to end up with a positive. X squared will always be positive. So watch out for that one question on your homework where I'm going to throw that negative in there and kind of throw you off. Your answer for that should be no real solutions when it's got that negative there. So watch out for that.